Jerry, first of all, I wanted to thank you so much for inviting us to come down here and spend some time with you and your brother and visit this lovely place. So why don't we just start off with you telling us a little bit about yourself and who you are, where you came from, and what are you doing here?
I came from a lot of different places. That's why when I vacationed down here to see my brother, that's the only way I found this place. I vacationed here to see my brother. I've lived in major cities all my life, born and raised in Tulsa, Los Angeles, Seattle, Alaska, Kentucky, and they've all been major places. I used to come down here, and I like that it's quiet. I like that this is an old artist community back in the 40s and 50s. That's why people started coming down here. It's a very, very relaxed place. Still a lot of artists down here. They go to the main plaza and show their works. And it's a village of 7,500 people, locals, expats, and locals.
When you say here, can you tell me a little bit about, are we in Lake Chapala? Are we in, where are we?
We're at Ajijic at Lake Chapala. Lake Chapala is the largest lake in all of Mexico. It's the largest natural lake in all of Mexico, the whole country of Mexico. And the village is Ajijic, and A-J-I-J-I-C, and it's actually spelled A-X-I-X-I-X-C. And then Chapala is 5 miles from here, east, and then from Chapala, north is Guadalajara, a city of about 7 million people. So if you really want to go to the city life, if you miss it, which very few people down here do, then you can go there. It'll take an hour to get there. You spend the whole day, and you can see some of the most beautiful museums. I came here because my brother's here, and he's lived here for about 12, 13 years. And so it was easy to assimilate myself. I came from San Francisco. I got rid of my car and I bought an SUV, an old one, and I packed that up with everything I could get in it. And I drove down here, and I got here September 6th, and September 12th we had a massive flood at my brother's home, and he has 5 different structures on his compound, and the flood went right through all of them, and we lost everything. And then so he had to start all over again, and I had to start all over again buying things and acquiring things. But it was, it's just another life experience.
Yeah. And we have some dramatic pictures and a detailed account of the flood from walking around the land with Larry yesterday. So we're gonna be able to see some of that. So you've been here now how long?
Since September 6th of 2007.
Okay. And you're a U.S. citizen still, right?
Oh yeah, I'm on an FM3 down here. I'm on a temporary residence visa. And you can stay 1 year for those. 1 year on the visa?
Yeah. At a time. And then you have to leave the country and come back?
No, then you just have to renew.
Oh, okay. And are you married or single? Or?
I'm married, have 1 son and 2 grandkids. Okay. And they're in Oklahoma.
They still live in Oklahoma?
They still live in Oklahoma.
And where in Oklahoma do they live?
Tulsa.
Okay. So, are you working now? Are you retired?
I'm retired.
Okay. Do you do anything to keep yourself busy, part-time or anything like that?
I actually came down here to watch television, relax, read a few books, and not get involved with a whole bunch of anything. I really am not involved with a lot of things. You can be, but I'm not one. I wanted to relax. I'm tired.
So you partly answered it, but so why do you choose to live overseas, and why specifically here in Mexico?
My brother was down here, and we're identical twins. We're very close, and he loved to sit down here, so I figured I'd love it down here, and I do.
So since you've been down here, have you faced any particular challenges or issues that you've personally encountered?
Actually, just the flood. Everything else is very, 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 very easy down here. Getting to know people is very easy. Getting around is very easy. The buses are great. The highways are becoming great. They're not dirt anymore. I have one issue. I do not like cobblestone streets, and they're all cobblestone streets here. Every one of them except the main roads. But that's my only issue with Ajijic. Otherwise, you can see how beautiful it is. It's always green. This is the same kind of day it is on Christmas Day.
So I know we've looked at it. I've heard it's probably one of the best climates in the world.
Yes, we have a vortex here. People come down here actually to get well, and people actually swear by it. I had some issues, some health issues, and I took pills, and now I just take 2 different kinds of pills for my diabetes and my that's it.
So, not just you, but what kind of challenges do other expats, do you think, face living in this area or living overseas?
A lot of people find it very hard to assimilate to the culture because it is a laid-back culture. It's very family-oriented down here. I love that. But a lot of people, they just really don't leave the United States emotionally. They come down here and bring a lot of it with them. And a lot of their, I don't know. I love Mexico, and I'm trying to assimilate. I don't know the language as well as I want, but I get by, and the people, they're very good down here.
So what are some of the best things about living in another country?
It's not the United States and all that political stuff going on. Living in another country, it's like starting life all over again. So it's not going to all take place in 2 or 3 months. It's like growing into a new country and culture. It's not like you land in this country and then all of a sudden you're assimilated. It takes years and years and years to really appreciate a new country and to get into it.
And what do you think some of the best ways are of accomplishing that or achieving that?
Time. I mean, same thing as living in the States. You grow up there and you get used to it, and you start that culture, and you do this, you do that. Next thing you know, you've got it all down pretty good. You come down here and you just start doing this, start doing that. Next thing you know, you've got it down pretty good. I don't think there's a time.
Did you have any kind of an orientation or education about Mexico before you came?
I came here on all my vacations for about 9 years.
Okay.
Or 8 years, whatever. And I spend 2 weeks at a time. Anytime I can sunbathe on Christmas Day, that's going to catch my attention. The people down here, for the most part, extremely nice. Everybody, once you meet somebody, you become friends. Because you've got so many experiences to talk about. And I don't know anyone who wants to go back to the United States to live.
You're talking about the expats, right?
Not one. I don't know one.
And what about your interaction with Mexican citizens?
Well, mostly that's they're in service. Mostly, I got gardeners, I got my housekeeper, my neighbors. Some of them are Mexican. I like Mexicans. I think they're beautiful people. So I have a very good relationship. Very good.
All right.
They're easy to know.
So do you have an interesting story about what you've experienced overseas or heard about from other people living in the expatriate community?
No. No, I mean, it's not something you dwell on down here. It's, everybody's got their own little thing here. We all have secrets. Everybody comes down here with secrets. And after you know them long enough, you know their secrets. But we all come down here to get away from something. And we all find it. I think this is the most beautiful. I've been to Thailand. I've been to other countries, and I think this is it.
What about the cost of living here?
It's going up a little bit, but going up here means it's 50 cents instead of 35 cents. I mean, going up here is not that much. Food is getting a little higher, but they still have to keep it low for the locals. They can't make it too high. Gasoline's under $3, but that's because the locals use gasoline too. If it wasn't the locals, being in paradise would probably cost you $1,000 a day. Because this, to me, is paradise. This is as close as I'm going to get to it.
Can you, I know you're going to be moving soon, can you describe your house and talk about how much you pay for rent and all that kind of thing?
I've got a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. No,
I mean the new place you're moving
I know,
to.
but I'm living in a 1-bedroom,
Right.
2-bath. It's actually basically 2 rooms, very small kitchen. I'm paying $500 a month for that here in the city. I'm moving to a place out on the lake, about 14 miles away, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and a huge veranda. And when I'm washing dishes, I can look out over almost all of Lake Chapala, and big acreage, and it's $500 a month too.
And it's a beautiful place. I've had the opportunity to see it.
It's beautiful.
So
It's beautiful.
very nice. Well, what advice would you have for other American expatriates considering moving overseas, but specifically to this area?
Leave it all behind. Make up your mind that you're going to move to a new life, a new world, and I call it paradise. But just leave it all behind, and your kids can visit you, and you can still visit your kids because you're not spending a lot of money. You can get a beautiful home. You saw my friend's home for $900 a month. You know, and it's what, 2,200 square feet.
Yeah, I'm bigger than that, I think.
Yeah, and overlook the whole lake. Gorgeous yard. So leave it all behind. Just make up your mind. That's what I did. I thought, here I am moving down here. I'm not going to drive fast. I'm not going to, you know, I quit smoking. I'm not going to do all these things. I'm going to leave it all behind me in the States and move down here.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to comment on related to your experience of living abroad? And
it's awfully fun. It's not awfully. It's a whole lot of fun to be able to have friends come down and be able to show them serenity, be able to show them beautiful outside plants that they can only grow inside. It's fun. My most fun is showing off the place because it is beautiful. As you can see, this day may as well be Christmas Day. This is what it's like.
the weather is like this pretty much every day.
Every day. And we have our rainy season, but it's our monsoon, and it rains at night, and it's beautiful. Sit out on the veranda with a cocktail and just enjoy the rain and the wind and the beautiful sky and the beautiful night.
How long does the rainy season usually last?
It starts the latter part of May and ends in the latter part of September. About.
All right. Well, once again, I want to thank you very much for being such a gracious host and good friend, and also for participating in our little video project here and facilitating it happening.
I'm glad I did.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.